Y'all, Redman is airing out some of the most shocking accusations we've seen this year, and trust me when I tell you, this tea is absolutely scalding. He's coming for Sexyy Red with some incredibly serious claims about STDs, and he is holding absolutely nothing back as he puts everyone who's betrayed him on blast. The drama is so intense, you'll need to sit down for this one. Now, if you've been anywhere near social media or the music scene lately, you already know that Sexyy Red's name has been lighting up headlines left and right. But this time, oh honey, it's not about her chart-topping music or viral moments. This drama is all about these jaw-dropping claims coming straight from Redman himself, and let me tell you something. Even though these two haven't been publicly linked before, there is apparently so much more simmering beneath the surface than any of us ever knew. Let's spill some piping hot context here. Sexyy Red has been absolutely dominating the scene lately, and when I say dominating, I mean dominating. Whether it's her completely unapologetic style that has everyone talking, or those viral tracks that have TikTok in an absolute frenzy, she's been the name on everyone's lips. Just recently, she proved exactly why she's hip-hop's newest queen when she absolutely packed out a sold-out show, leaving everyone in the audience completely gagged. But you know how it goes in this cutthroat industry. With all that fame comes all that drama, and now she's caught in the crossfire of Redman's explosive accusations that nobody saw coming. And speaking of Redman, child, let me tell you, he is absolutely no stranger to stirring up controversy. Between his completely unfiltered interviews that have everyone's jaws on the floor and those wild social media rants where he holds nothing back, he's been putting everyone and their mama on blast. Add in the fact that he just announced he's got a new project coming down the pipeline, and suddenly everyone's analyzing every single word that comes out of his mouth like it's a coded message. Could this be some genius publicity move to get everyone talking, or is there something much deeper and messier going on behind those closed industry doors? The internet is absolutely buzzing with theories about how these two even crossed paths in the first place, and some of these theories are absolutely wild. With Redman throwing out these scandalous accusations and screaming betrayal from the rooftops, everyone's wondering if there's a whole lot more to this story than either of them is letting on. Is this just another industry publicity stunt to get us all talking? Or could this tea actually shake up the whole hip-hop world? Even though they come from totally different lanes in the game, something clearly brought these two together even if it wasn't official. Until now. Let me paint you a vivid picture about Redman because this backstory is absolutely everything. Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. And if you know anything about Newark, you already know that raw, gritty East Coast energy that just hits different. That's exactly what Redman brings to his music. It's funky, it's real, and sometimes it gets a little trippy in the best possible way. He's that artist who will hit you with the most out-there bars but keep it 100 with those heavy beats that make your speakers shake. But honey, his come-up story, DRAMA with a capital D, got expelled from Montclair State University at just 16 years old because of his grades, ended up back home, but that situation didn't last long either because, get this, his own mother kicked him out for selling white. Talk about family drama. But did that stop our boy Redman? Absolutely not. He turned that setback into a comeback and started DJing under the name DJ Cut Killer, working those local parties like his life depended on it and hustling day and night to make his mark in the industry. That hustle paid off when Eric Sermon from EPMD, yes, the Eric Sermon, spotted him while he was DJing for Lords of the Underground. Eric saw that spark, that raw talent that couldn't be denied, and was like, yo, this guy's got something special, and brought him on tour. That was Redman's golden ticket, and by 1992, his debut album dropped and absolutely set the industry on fire. The critics couldn't get enough, the fans were going crazy, and it even went gold. That album didn't just put him on the map, it established him as a serious force to be reckoned with in hip-hop. When it comes to style, Redman's got this unique fusion of funky P-Funk vibes mixed with that classic East Coast grit that you just can't duplicate. His sound is all about clever wordplay, that infectious humor, and straight-up raw energy that hits you right in the soul. And let's not forget about the weed culture. This man, along with Method Man, basically turned it into a whole aesthetic that influenced an entire generation. Speaking of Method Man, their partnership is absolutely legendary. Together, they're Method Man and Redman, and they blessed us with absolute classics like Blackout in '99 and Blackout 2 Inches in 2009. And that's not even mentioning their iconic stoner comedy film How High. If you haven't seen it, you are seriously missing out on pure comedy gold. They even had their own sitcom Method and Red that had everyone rolling with laughter. But Redman didn't just stick to music. This man is versatility personified. He's been in movies, lent his distinct distinctive voice to animated shows and even popped up in unexpected places like Seed of Chucky. Through it all, Redman stayed true to his Newark roots. It's in his DNA and flows through everything he creates. He's not just a rapper, he's an architect of real hip-hop, and even with all the humor and the funk, his music carries that unapologetic, rebellious energy that shaped the game and inspired generations of artists to keep it authentic.
You might get around other people that's still doing what you're trying to quit from. So it's not just about quitting. It's about allowing yourself to get around from the distractions.
As you just witnessed in that absolutely revealing clip, Redman opened up about his celibacy journey, and let me tell you, it's just as deep and profound as his legendary lyrics. For over 2 whole years, Redman completely stayed away from any intimate relations, and the reason why will have you clutching your pearls. It all started after this absolutely devastating breakup and a 7-year divorce that just drained every ounce of energy from his soul. And it wasn't just his love life that was in shambles. This emotional roller coaster completely derailed his music career, including pushing back his highly anticipated Muddy Waters 2 album that everyone was dying to hear. During this intense period of self-discovery, Redman committed to celibacy for 2.5 years, and he didn't just stop at intimacy, he even gave up smoking. According to him, it was literally the best decision he could have made for his life, transforming him from the inside out. This complete lifestyle change helped him level up both mentally and creatively in ways that he never could have imagined possible.
Straight 2.5 years. And it was the best thing I could have ever done in my life. Celibacy, 2.5 years, no smoking, 2.5 years.
Just as you saw in that powerful moment, he revealed how this journey completely transformed every aspect of his life. With all the distractions cleared away like clouds after a storm, his creativity started flowing like never before, giving birth to some of his most powerful work yet. But let's keep it 100% real. This was not an easy road by any means. The temptation was absolutely crushing at times, and he admitted there were moments when being alone nearly drove him to the edge of sanity. He even had to turn to God to get through some of those darkest moments that tested his resolve. Not everyone could stick to such a challenging commitment, but Redman did it, and that inner peace he found? That's exactly what his soul had been crying out for all along. This celibacy journey didn't just heal his heart, it breathed new life into his music. Muddy Waters 2 dropped right in the middle of this transformation, proving that sometimes your biggest personal struggles can inspire your greatest artistic achievements. But now, with all these wild rumors flying around about him and Sexyy Red, people are wondering if something explosive happened to make him break that celibacy streak. And let's be completely honest, it's not entirely crazy to imagine. Sexyy Red has this magnetic way of keeping everyone guessing, and Redman, despite his usually chill vibes, is no stranger to the unpredictable world of hip-hop connections. Maybe they crossed paths at some exclusive industry event and sparks started flying, or perhaps Redman was feeling her unstoppable energy and decided to, well, you know exactly how these things can go down. Now, there's no solid evidence backing any of this up, but let's not act brand new. These kinds of surprise hookups happen in the industry all the time, especially when the cameras aren't rolling. It's all speculation right now, but with Sexyy Red's controversial reputation, this wouldn't even make her top 5 most shocking rumors. And that's saying something. The hip-hop world has always been full of these surprising cross-generational connections that keep fans absolutely gagged. Remember the legendary connection between Lil Kim and Biggie? Their relationship wasn't just about the music, and their undeniable chemistry had the whole industry talking for years. Fast forward to more recent times, and you've got Megan Thee Stallion linking up with Queen Beyoncé herself for that earth-shattering Savage remix, bridging 2 generations of Houston royalty and giving us everything we didn't even know we needed. And can we please talk about that time when Nicki Minaj and Nas had everyone's tongues wagging? When those dating rumors started swirling, the whole hip-hop community was absolutely shook. It was such an unexpected pairing, Nicki being at the height of her bold, flashy era, and Nas being this more reserved lyrical legend. Even though it was never officially confirmed, just the possibility had everyone talking about how hip-hop brings artists together in the most surprising and magnetic ways. So here's the real, piping hot tea with Redman and Sexyy Red. We all know Redman's been serious about his celibacy journey these past couple years, focusing on himself and getting his mind right with laser focus. But now, with all these whispers and rumors swirling around about him and Sexyy Red, everyone's wondering, did something absolutely explosive happen that made him question everything about his commitment to staying single? Did their paths cross in a way that changed everything? The underground romance scene in hip-hop is so much more complex and layered than what meets the eye on social media. So many of these stories stay hidden in the shadows, tucked away from the public's prying eyes, and what we see in public is just the tiniest tip of a massive iceberg. This potential situation between Redman and Sexyy Red might just be another chapter in that hidden book of hip-hop romance that fans rarely get to peek into, but when they do, it's always absolutely explosive. What do you think about this possible connection between Sexyy and Redman that has everyone talking? Could there really be some fire behind all this smoke? Or is this just another wild what-if scenario that's got the internet in a frenzy? We want to hear your thoughts, so make sure to drop them down below in the comments. And before you click away, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe for more piping hot tea, and stick around for our next video that's going to spill even more industry secrets. Trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.